Hello and welcome back to the Self-Actualization in the Age of Crisis chapter summary series. In today's video, we're going to be summarizing chapter 2, core values, subsection, relation. So the core value of relation is the philosophy and practice of applying our knowledge of the relational universe to our interactions with others. It influences our behavior through the development of a deep respect, right, for the other person, as well as ourselves. We recognize that the material nature of reality is that each of us is essentially this totality of experience, this totality of moments occurring within a shared time experience. And within them is a deep divinity, just as we have. And we extend that grace to them and that knowledge in our interaction with them and our elevation of the other in our interactions, our interpersonal beliefs, and our vision for the future. Ultimately, relation as a core value helps us recognize that in a universe governed by the single truth, all of us embody these conscious coordinates from which infinity expands from, right? We all inhabit the perpetual now, right? Riding on the crest of a wave of what is. It's also a recognition of oneness, right? Like that we are each a part of this. And at the same time, we are separate, right? We are these fractional observers who are inextricably bound and share a deep sameness in our experience, while at the same time perceiving it from different perspectives. I know when I view you that you are me. And when you view me, you should understand that I am you. Just a different aspect of you in a different form, in a different conscious coordinates. We are each unique, but equally valuable in terms of the collective whole. And to really embrace relation as a core value, it's about being radically open, with ourselves, and the others that we experience. And that's kind of the biggest ask that the core value of relation demands upon us. Relation also asks us as a core value to kind of curb our judgment, right? I think it's really easy to kind of see someone who has a first impression and, they're maybe not having their best day. And look, we've all been there, right? We've all had bad days that we really weren't our fullest expression of ourselves. So it's important to make sure that we are, providing opportunities for the other to really, become more. And not pigeonholing them after one specific experience. I mean, there's a great monologue by David Foster Wallace about being in the supermarket and just being enraged at some of the people who are there, but really never fully comprehending the true scope of that individual's experience and what has brought them to this immediate present. So is why they're acting in this specific way. So I really want to emphasize that, right? In being an authentic imposter and embodying a core value of relation, we have to extend this deep grace to the other because we assume that the vast majority of people in the world are good. Like, we know that to be accurate, right? The vast majority of people are good. Some are not. But that some is not a reason to close ourselves off to the outside world and others. Relation as a core value also generates a restlessness within the individual, because if you genuinely embody it, if you recognize the other as a part of you, a collective whole, which we each embody this kind of individual fraction, you also simultaneously recognize that the vast majority do not have the access and agency necessary within their lives to most fully express their divinity within the moment. And that causes restlessness, because that, in essence, is a diminishing of ourselves, that others do not have these same circumstances, same capacity, same opportunity. Systems that do not allow for their self-transformation or allow individuals to transform within them do a great disservice to our humanity, which is why these core values, relation specifically, is a big foundational building block of our systemic project, right? How we tie the spiritual project to our systemic initiative, because the elevation of the collective must be through the system, but what guides us is the deep held spiritual value of relation, that we recognize the divinity of the other. That is what empowers our journey towards systemic actualization. Ultimately, we understand through the core value of relation that the reduction of another is the reduction of ourselves, and therefore we are compelled to act to elevate the collective to a greater degree of access and agency so as to more fully express their imagination within the moment.